Robot trigger systems deactivated.
First time in ages, I wake up and don't hate it. I guess I found some peace. Through the day to the evening, without shouting and screaming, something new to me. Alone without being lonely, getting back to the old me. It's kinda nice to feel free. I thought this was over, thought I could control it. But if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came up now. I don't know what to do. I ain't over you. I ain't over. I ain't over. No matter what I do, I ain't over you. Give it time, things will settle. Just a face till it's better, yeah. Heard it all before. Even though we were toxic, feels the most when you've lost it. That's just how it goes. By myself feeling lonely, can't get back to the old me. I'm stuck in way too deep. I thought this was over, thought I could control it. But if I speak the truth, I ain't over you. I was feeling sober until you came up now. I don't know what to do. I ain't over you. I ain't over. I ain't over. No matter what I do, I ain't over you.
Hello. Uh-oh. Okay. Couple of things. First of all, is this chat working? Oh my god, why did I have to pick a new system to go with in the bottom of the ninth? At the very end, I decided to just wing it. Oh my goodness. Can you hear me? Is the YouTube live? Oh, I should probably check it. Kenneth, can you see me? Can you? Oh my goodness. Hold on, I just gotta double check. Surely I'm not live like 8 times, right? Surely that's not the case, right? YouTube is not live. YouTube is not live? Hold on. How's that? Your stream title was translated by YouTube, so it's a bit weird? No, please. How many? Okay, here's the thing. How many videos do you see? Uh-oh. Works perfectly for me? Okay, great. Why do I see two out of 3 are live? You are live in multiple instances. YouTube is live. Okay, great. YouTube is live. Twitch is live. You'll have to forgive me here, guys. I'm trying something new here. This system's a little bit finicky. There's like 4 instances of YouTube, and I think that's wrong. Bro, it's been a minute since I saw you. Anthony C, how's it going? Welcome back. It's been a hot minute. I know, all right? I'm trying to first of all, I'm trying to get blood on myself because I just nicked. I got 2 YouTube notifications. 2? Hold on. What if I do the How's that? What happens to that one? Did we lose one? Hello? Oh, shoot. And this one. Wait a minute. Hey. Hello, Hales. How's it going, everybody? Hello, welcome to the stream. Need an update in the AI? Oh my goodness, Anthony, see, I got some updates for you. My goodness, wait. I got some major updates. But also, what the heck is happening here? What is this one? What is this one doing? Is this one AI? Oh my god, we don't want that. Hold on. Sorry. I'm ITing right now. What about this one? What is this one doing? Myself, because I just that's not right either. Stream dead? Try the other one. Hello. Oh my goodness, I have this whole thing where all the streams are together. I see everything. Anthony, I see you on TikTok. Kenneth, Becca, Phoenix, I see you on YouTube. Let me sort this out, okay? It's not dead. Hold on. Okay, I have to help out here. This is the third one on YouTube. Oh shit. 1 sec. My lawyer's calling me. Hold on. This is Kenny. Yes. Yeah. So it's just at 2 o'clock. You know what? Let's just do the 2 o'clock. Yeah. No problem. Thank you so much for calling me back. All right. Bye-bye. Sorry, lawyer is calling. Anyways. Okay. Me if it's illegal. No, it's just a scheduling call. I knew exactly what it was about. I was literally just trying to move my time from 2 o'clock to like 3 o'clock. So I was just trying to finagle the meeting down, you know? One of the streams on YouTube is live. Okay, so we do have one live YouTube stream. Great. Fantastic. Okay, good. I'm so sorry. Everything is kind of going here. This one we can't do that. Okay. I understand. We're going to delete this one. There we go. Okay. All right, we are live. Anyway, guys, big delay between TikTok and YouTube. Nosy Cactus, are you the dude who made a program for his elderly neighbor? Absolutely, I'm that dude. I am that guy. Welcome to everybody to the stream. I know I know it's a little scuff right now. Okay, it's a little scuff because we're trying a brand new system. It's a brand new multi-streaming system that allows me to stream to TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. I'm finagling it right now. I'm not sure why, but there's literally like, you know what? Let me just show you guys. Yeah, allow me to just show you guys. Like, what is this? Dun, dun, screenshots. Dun, dun. I haven't seen your videos in a while. How's that going? Oh my goodness. I have many updates. Which, by the way, if you're on TikTok, you can feel free to join my YouTube videos, and I think it's faster. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. But let me show you this. This is ridiculous. Add image. Why? Look at this. Why is there like why why is there like 4 different instances of YouTube? That's ridiculous. How are you? How's your AI? She's doing fantastic. We are currently in 2 long-term care homes for the elderly. We are currently in 1 hospital, and we are currently in the middle of trying to figure out how to get it into more homes. So a lot of updates. A lot of updates. Okay. But I need to figure out this multi-streaming thing first of all. But that's fine. It's fine. Anyways, guys, welcome to the stream. Let me sort out some things here. But everybody, welcome in. If you are on TikTok or anywhere else and you'd like to join the rest of the community, we're all on YouTube. If you'd like to come and chat with us, otherwise you can just chill out on TikTok as well. I have both chats open. But I'm just figuring it out. Forgive me, please. All right, but first, let me catch up on chat here. Let me figure out what's going on here. Twitch is fastest for me, then YouTube, then TikTok. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. Okay, you know what? I can live with that. Hang out in the TikTok gang. Do all that. Can't figure out multi-streaming. Anthony, it's you know, the word is called a skill issue. It's a skill issue. I'm working on it, okay? Better a salute than that delay then. Yeah. I think because one is your scheduled live, Kenny, and one is an impromptu. You know, like, we'll figure that out. I wonder if it's conflicting between these two. We'll figure it out. Anyways, welcome to the stream, guys. If you're here on TikTok, how's it going, guys? Welcome in. Niel, how's it going? Welcome in. Nosy Cactus, hello. Welcome. Anthony, good to see you guys again. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know, because I am ready to answer questions, and hopefully I can keep up with all this because, yeah. Okay, first things first, Twitch. Do you hear music? And do you hear me? And do you see video? That's all I need to know. Do you see the triple threat? Audio, music, Kenny. Yes, thank you, Storm. Okay. Okay, YouTube. Do you see me? Music, audio. Are we tracking all of them? And then TikTok. TikTok, are you getting me? The video. And the music. Nope, nothing? No, you getting nothing? Hold on. Triple thread. Confirmed on TikTok. Fantastic. Okay. Music is quiet on YouTube. How's this? How's that? A little bit better? TikTok, I have music, video, and Kenny. Okay. Okay, fantastic. So I can't use that old system. I had to use the new system. Better? It was really quiet on Twitch too? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, how are you guys doing? Today is a bit of an update day. Today is a bit of a hangout day, and today is a bit of a, you know, we're gonna figure things out as we go here. Okay, you have affiliate anniversary on Twitch. Really? Happy affiliate anniversary! I have an affiliate anniversary. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, you know what? Wait. Oh, right. I started streaming in December. I remember now. Wow. Kenny, how are you? Ray Romeo, I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys doing? How's my TikTok family? I haven't been able to catch up with you guys in a hot minute. And I'm so sorry for that. Girly Suey, how's it going? Good to see you again. How's it going, everybody? Thirst Trap, how's it going? I've been dying to ask you, have you used a presence sensor with your system? Presence sensor? No. Wi-Fi mesh network to detect people in the area? Yes. Do you have low latency on? I don't know if multi-streaming allows me to pick that, but let me try. Okay, hold on. ITing. Let me IT. Yes, and we are listening to Fast Car in Spanish. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Live stream. Oh, here we go, team. Here we go. Let me double check it, shall we? Restrictions. Edit. Okay. Config. Nope. Redirection. Nope. Live chat. Nope. Okay. Fast Caro. Yeah, Fast Caro. You look like the Asian version of Bevo. What? Who the heck is Bevo? I raised you, Asian Elon Musk. Yeah, it's pretty much. Can that detect where in the room an occupant is located? Yes, Third Trap. It can, which is super cool. She can. Her camera is pretty decent. So we're using a combination, actually. It's a good question. A combination of two parts. So, I mean, technology is advanced so far now that you can literally detect where in a zone in a camera is, and then she can pretty much dissect the room, and then wherever the corners are in the room, you can detect, like, based on how tall you are, roughly, where you are in the room based on how your perception or perspective is. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Low latency mode. Hold on. How do I settings? Broadcast settings. Yeah. How tall is Kenny though? I'm 6'1". Okay, this is okay. Hold on. There's a delay on YouTube. How bad is the delay? How bad is the delay on YouTube? Here's a clap. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Dang, 11-second delay. Okay, I can fix that. Okay, I need to fix that. Low latency mode. Okay. Ten-second delay. It's a 10-second delay. Roughly 10 seconds. Okay. I can fix that. You know, I'm gonna work on it as we go here. Dun, dun. Seriously incredible. Have customers voice concerns about having a camera versus presence sensors? Ooh, you know what? That is a very, very good question. So this year I've been really focusing in. Oh, there's so much blood on me. Fuck. I'm bleeding. How do you, oh, hydrogen peroxide, that'll take out blood. Anyways, maybe I should change my shirt. Maybe I should change my white shirt. You know what? It's fine. We're gonna tape it. Hold on. Don't get banned on YouTube because you bled on. Yeah, don't worry. Spit on it. And you know, like I freaking burned myself and then it turned into a scab, and literally like right before stream started, I just like I was itchy and I forgot I had a scab there. So I peeled a bit of my scab off. So I'm just gonna make my own band-aid. There we go. There we go. Okay, anyways, like I was saying, I've been doing a lot of development this year, professional development, and trying to get Eevee in the hands of the public. So, one of the things that I've learned is that people are very, very interesting. People are very opinionated. Humans are very difficult to deal with sometimes. And there are many issues that humans care about that machines don't. There are a lot of people who care about certain things and have certain issues with things when it is irrelevant to a machine. And that's all I really care about. I care about what the machine sees, because at the end of the day, the machine has to make a decision based on what it sees and what is important to it. And unfortunately, some of the issues that have been brought up are just not that relevant to a machine. Okay, not to say I don't care about the issue, but I've just learned that when I'm dealing with people, I have to separate those two and then focus on the thing that is going to help. In this case, like, you know, medical information or anything that's medically relevant, you know. Dun, 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 do. Let's see. I always feel like TV YouTube is more delayed than PC YouTube. Really? Is it only for commercial, or what do you plan to do with a consumer? Anthony, good question. The plan is to go full consumer in a way that is approachable and affordable for everyone. That's the goal. Why are we bleeding? I kind of nicked it. 10 out of 10 medics do not approve, Neil. It just needs to make it through the stream, okay? It just needs to make it through the stream. Rip your arm. Have you ever thought about using something like Xbox Connect bars for Eevee? Gigantech, good question. I have. It's just not, it's not modernized enough. Compatibility issues are just really, really poor. Like, if I were to use new things, like it won't even detect the Kinect sometimes, let alone read from it from a 2.0 port. It's just, you know, like, it's just too old. Unfortunately, that technology is just too old, right? Do you have a website or something I can learn more? I don't want to ask too many questions here. Thirst Trap, you ask as many questions as you like. Don't even stress about it. We are working, my team and I are working on starting to get a website put together for you guys to be caught up on all the projects and everything that's happening and all the protocols and all the features. So it is coming, but you're more than happy to just ask questions anytime. That's why I live stream, so you guys can ask questions. If you do want to stain, I recommend rinsing it now rather than later. Yeah, you're right. So I get a lot of blood on my clothes all the time. This is the secret. See that little blood stain right there? This is the secret. Hydrogen peroxide, baby. You put that bad boy on some blood. Comes right off. Boom, baby. I'm a blood professional. There we go. Boom. From beneath? Boom. That'll come off later. We'll just, you know what? We'll just bleach it. We'll just bleach it. Oh, don't forget that TikTok sees less. Oh, right, you guys don't see it. All right, shoot, you guys, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, buddy. Look at that. That blood stain right there. Don't worry, a little bit of hydrogen peroxide. Boom. Takes blood stains right out. And just like that, barely noticeable. There you go. He's a bloody professional. I'm a bloody professional. Cold water can help with that too. Hydrogen breaks up the protein. Yeah. Don't forget. Thanks, Becca. Completely forgot about that. Dope. And interesting to know. Well, all your data has been leaked, so that's not relevant anymore. Well, you know what? Data, we can always get more. You'll have to forgive me. I'm still getting used to this whole, like, you guys don't see, but I see 3 chats. So I see what's supposed to be YouTube, I see TikTok, and then I see YouTube vertical, which isn't working right now. And then I had to switch back and forth between these ones on Twitch. So I'm still getting used to it. I'm gonna try to combine them all together, but it's getting better and better every day. But yeah, feel free to ask questions. We're all just hanging out. We're just you know, we're getting used to all this. Dun, 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 dun. Have you ever thought using something? Okay, that's good. Yeah. So you're a vampire? No, I don't know why, but I get injured a lot. You know what I mean? And it's not even like a choice. I never worry about when people menstruate know this, but I rather more concerning when those who don't know this. Buddy K, I agree with you. Poor Twitch, the loner of the group. You know what? Twitch is interesting. It's okay, Twitch, I can come back here too. You can, yeah, we're gonna let everyone do everything. Lewis, how's the medical AI going? It's going fantastic. Actually, one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about, and this is actually an ongoing issue that we're going to be starting to work on here soon. So, one of my test subjects was a victim of a scam. Is a victim of a scam. And I was thinking we need to make a system to help protect vulnerable elderly people who are susceptible to scams. Now, I thought about this on the way home. By the way, it literally just happened this morning. I found out that like someone was being scammed and they had like bought all these like subscriptions and things and life insurance. Like they bought all this stuff because they thought it was what they needed, right? And what happened was scammers were using AIs to essentially trick them into thinking that, you know, like their son or their daughter had set it up for them. Or like someone needed help, or like it was like someone gave them advice from etc. ABC. Like they were essentially using AI to trick these people. And so one of my test subjects, they actually had this whole thing where they had all these like subscriptions and all these things that they signed up for using falsified information, and they literally I was like it was crazy, guys. Like I kid you not when I say they had like 3 life insurance plans they were paying out for, like a premium for. They had like what's it called, like a car sharing thing that they had bought that they would earn them money and stuff. Like they literally had all these things that they're trying to pay out for. And I got involved because it was like they had to borrow some of Evie's footage of the phone calls to see what had happened, right? So I just gave that to the police for them to try to figure out a way to help these people. So I did that this morning, which is why I was a little late. I apologize. But I gave them all the footage and it made me realize, hey, you know, like we already have all the footage why not build a system that will detect when you're talking on the phone and then when you're having distress and possibly stop you from making a poor decision, or stop you, or maybe even to like question you when you start giving out personal information. You know, like if Evie hears that you're giving out your social insurance number, or giving out your personal information in some form or fashion, she could be like, hey, like, just so you know, like this is like important information, this is sensitive information, are you sure you want to give this out to this person? Would you like me to call someone you love, like a loved one, for you to double check, right? So I think we could use Evie's system in that manner to help facilitate that information, you know? And it doesn't even have to be anything installed on their phone. It just listens to when you're giving out your personal information, which I think should never be done over the phone. You know, like you should not do that, and definitely just do it in person or some way, right? Kenneth, repeat comment. I think it got lost. Thank you, Kenneth, for repeating it. Speaking of humans are difficult, last stream I was active in was user requested data points to be removed convo. How is that coming along? Kenneth, great question. So the reason why I've got to talk to a lawyer is because we are now in a legal dispute over the information, the data. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but it's almost like a stepping stone, a learning moment for us to try to figure out what we need to do so that we can protect ourselves and people in the future, right? So they've requested personal information and control over the information. Fantastic. That's great. There are stipulations that allow them to have control over certain things. There are also stipulations that allow me as a service provider to have ownership over that information. Okay, so there's a legal dispute that's happening. I can't share too much about it, but overall what's happening is that we are going into legal proceedings, and we are going to have something in place for the future when someone does ultimately have an issue with things, and we need to have some sort of clause in place, some sort of system that we can fall back to and say, here is what's going to happen, and here's our precedents for it, etc., etc., etc. Does that make sense? But yeah, TLDR, it's literally just trying to figure out ownership of data. And unfortunately, I'm not a professional when it comes to like legal proceedings. So that's why we have lawyers, and that's why we are working with legal counsel. Yeah. Hey Juan, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Because then you get close to what cops want Ring to do. Install Spire. You know, it's tough because like you're always in a balance between you're always trying to balance between like someone's privacy and rights versus like helping them, right? Because I think there are two kinds of people in the world. The people who appreciate it because they understand the safety aspect of it, right? Because they have experienced it before. And then people who have never experienced a medical emergency before, and they don't understand the significance of it because to them it just looks like a privacy concern, right? But if you ask someone who's ever had a heart attack and you're like, hey, like this is the reason why we collect this information, this is the reason why we have these cameras, and they've had a heart attack before, they're like, first instinct is to say, yep, you know what, I am more than happy to give that up because I understand what a heart attack, or I understand what the medical emergencies are like, right? And then you have the other train of thought where it's like, nope, that is crazy, I would never do that, I don't think that's right, you're like infringing on my rights, and they don't understand like where I'm coming from. So there's always a disconnect between the two. Neither side is wrong. It's just that we need to have something in place to mitigate how much friction there is between the two sides. Yeah. My mom's roommate is a victim of a scam right now. No, Bunny K, no, we don't know what to do about it. She's trying to fly to Nigeria alone to meet him. It's a whole thing. Oh no, Bunny K, no, oh god, no, that's not this. Oh my goodness, I hope they're okay. No, they're okay. Mm-hmm. Her visa just came in the mail today. Oh my goodness. How's it going, Claude? Lord up. Yeah, Lord up. You know, it's a tough one. Ferrum. Hi, dude. Long time no see. Ferrum, good to see you again. Welcome back to the stream. Great idea. It sounds like a motivation for you. Is that your overall vision for Eevee? Neil, my vision for Eevee has always been the same. In fact, that is the one thing that has not changed since I started this whole project. Right? Ever since the beginning, I've always said a few key points. Number one, I want Eevee in the homes of people just like you and I. Like, we all know someone we care about. We all have someone we love. I want it in the homes of people where it's a safety net that is like a second chance at getting help when help is needed, right? And it's just like, it gives two things to people. It gives the person providing the service peace of mind to know that, you know, their loved ones have something looking after them because they can't be there all the time, which I understand because I have parents. I can't be there with them at all times throughout their life to make sure that they're okay, right? So I worry all the time. And then it's for people who actually have medical conditions or issues where they need a little bit of a reminder, a little bit of a helping hand, a little bit of extra precaution in the event that something does happen, right? Those are the two people we're aiming for, and that's why I wanted to get it out into the homes of people. Now, it's evolved ever since. It's evolved into this whole system where now we're thinking about it being into like hospitals, we're into banks, into schools, into convenience stores, into grocery stores, like even into, oh my goodness, even into a closed off neighborhood, which by the way, I have so much tea about that. I'll share with you guys in a little bit, but you know, having her in a multitude of different places in order to facilitate help when help is needed and you can't get help is one of the things that has evolved from this. So it's always like, there's always little things, but the overall vision is to just to have Eevee in the hands of everyone, you know, peace of mind for everyone. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, Melanie, do you have any examples to show of Eevee that are not the announcements from your PC? Doesn't have to show people personally, but how the cameras are in the home. Yes. Oh my god, I literally just I literally just set up a brand new server for a new elderly home that I was gonna test it with. It was literally right here the other day. I literally just set it up and I just installed it this weekend. So I'm like, shit, I should have kept one. But they're little cameras. They're like little cameras like this big. I should have kept one to show you guys, but yeah, they're just little cameras that go into the corners or sometimes the middles, because sometimes we have 170 degrees of vision, and then we also have the specific tracking system, which is so cool, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna nerd out for a second here. So one of the patients that we had with the Eevee system prior was that she had fallen and she fell off camera. Okay, so she fell off camera and Eevee couldn't see that this person had fallen on the front porch with some icy conditions. So the camera itself needs two things. It needs clarity, right? High degree of clarity and a high degree of just like detail. And then it also needs a wide field of view. Now, these two things are semi-mutually exclusive, which means that they both can't exist simultaneously, right? Because when you have a wide field of view, you guys ever seen GoPros? It kind of like, it barrel distorts the image. So it looks like a fisheye, right? When that happens, all of your training models that you do on a flat camera do not apply to a barrel distorted image that looks like a fisheye. So that's just how training is, right? You do training off of regular camera, you're always going to have things referenced off of those training nodes. And so one of the things that we are trying to do is we're trying to give Eevee more information with a fisheye lens but also keep her incredibly accurate with the training. How we do that is incredibly, I think, super smart. And I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back for this one. What we do is we use a fisheye lens, obviously, to capture 170 degrees of vision, right? So we capture a really large area. But what happens with Evie is that she only looks at about 30% of the image at one time, right? So instead of having a camera on a gimbal system that allows her to look around and make decisions, she'll still lose track of things, right? Instead of having her do that, she watches the entire scene, but her field of vision is only focused in on 30% of the actual image, which allows her to reduce the barrel distortion based on the geometry of the axis at which she's calculated. So if she calculates in the top left, her axis of geometry will allow her to distort the image so that it compensates for that quadrant. So as she looks around the image, as she zooms around, if you're a video editor, you kind of know what this means. If you're looking around the image, right, you can correct for distortion of that part of the image, but also you can then use your training data that you've done prior to allow her to detect things like cuts and bruises and faces and mouth features and muscle spasms and all these little different things that you train for. She can now pick it out of the image. But at the same time, if something happens off camera, right? If something happens in the bottom right-hand corner, when she's currently looking at the top-hand corner, the entire image, the entire video frame is still recorded. So she can then go back and then review the footage from the bottom right-hand corner where the accident happened. It gives her double confirmation as to something that's happening. So in a way, it allows her to see things that don't happen necessarily on camera. But they do, but they don't. You know what I mean? Sorry. That's my nerdy moment for you guys. That's my little, like, my hack to getting her to work. You know? Kenny, I hope you're doing well, buddy. Met you a while ago from the other Kenny. Oh, Casper. How's it going? Well, Kenneth. That's great enough for me. What is installation process like? It's super easy, actually. So I know I'm just kind of nerding out here, but I love these questions. This is the cool thing about TikTok. We get questions. So installation process. Server goes in, connects to the Wi-Fi network. The Wi-Fi network then gets a brand new protocol sweep. So it has its own separate, what do they call it again? Shoot, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's got its own mesh network. Then the cameras get installed. This is the part where we did this last time in my new place when I moved. But when the cameras get installed, it is a seamless process. So Evie takes a photo of the room and then cross-references that based on how high you are, how tall you are as a person. So you enter your height, you stand in front of the camera, and she uses perspective to calculate where the corners are in the room. And then she uses basic detection training to determine things like where a fridge is, what a couch is, what a TV is. And then she uses those placements to determine where zones are. So where your living room is, where your kitchen is, where your bathroom is. She uses that and she builds a map using that information, your perspective, the corners of the room based on your perspective and how the lines or geometry, they're moving towards a single point. It's called a corner. And then objects in the room to determine the layout. And then she uses that map then to figure out how to detect certain things, like if you fall in a kitchen, if you fall in a living room, if you fall in a washroom, if you fall at the front door. That's how she knows. So she does all of that all on her own. I don't have to do a single thing to touch that, which is super easy because you could put your camera literally any corner of the room. You can put it in this corner, you can put it in this corner, you can put it any corner, and she'll automatically map that. Now, if you have multiple cameras, she'll cross-reference the same objects, which is, it's a super easy mathematical calculation. She cross-references the same corners, the same axes, and then uses dual point of confirmation, which we tested on a stream before. I know there have been so many things that happen and there's so many things that come up to it, but sometimes we don't get like super specific questions to talk about it. But now that we do have those questions, I'm more than happy to like answer them as much as I can. Chat is abandoning us for TikTok because they ask questions. Hey, the Storm, what do you mean? That's some good fisheye? Yeah, right? What hardware do you use to control them? Control what? The cameras? Or what do you... I need a specific thing, Gig and Tech. Kenneth, if I am asked by local law for camera footage, I host everything. Let's see. I self-host everything, no cloud. I give them what I have, and it's when it's demanding that I have issues. 100% agree with you, Neil. I think there's compliance, and then I think there's also try to cover your ass. I know this sounds crazy, but whenever police is involved, even like police officers have told me this. They're like, if they ever ask you questions, you have the right to stay quiet, right? You have the right to remain silent, have a lawyer present, and just go through that way. Doesn't matter how guilty it makes you look, doesn't matter. Always stay quiet. Yeah. I would like to see that perspective interface used to make home floor plan 2D maps because it's useful. Your keys are here, but a Bob fell here, go to assist. Yes, so we actually do use that same system in EV 2.0 for detecting where your keys are. So triangulating 2 points of contact and then being like, this is your coffee table, and on the coffee table are XYZ, right? So your keys, your phone, etc. So we do have that system working right now in EV 2.0. Are there any peer studies on EV? Who else do you work with for EV? Feel free to nerd out. Thanks, Melanie. Peer studies. So I do work in a hospital, and since it is privatized, well, my sector is, there are no peer studies because I just don't have enough big enough test group. It's as simple as that. I just don't have enough big enough test group to make it a meaningful study. Because if my test group is less than 100, it's kind of hard to say that there's any like meaningful research in it, right? Not to say that it's not important, but in the eyes of like scientific journalism, it's just not credible. So there's an issue with that. Do you break it down in grids of the total image? It is not broken down into grids. It's broken down into quadrants. And this is super easy to do because literally even like at home security systems can break things down into quadrants, right? So it's not a big deal. Grids, you just have to calculate grids all the time. It's just an unnecessary step. So field of view, the 30% moves around the fisheye lens. Yes, Neil, exactly what it is. So the field of view is 170 degrees of actual total vision. So think about it like this. Think about it as like a video edit, right? And in this video edit, you only see like this small corner here of the video. But really the rest of the video is being recorded, but you only see this small corner. But you can always go back and check out what's in this corner or what's in this corner or what's in this corner, right? What does your QA department look like? It looks like all my moderators and all my support team doing their best to help me here. It's literally just a bunch of volunteers, which by the way, thank you guys so much. Also, if you guys have more questions, feel free to join my Discord. You can find my Discord link in my bio. Feel free to join my Discord. Support team, amazing people. Research team, amazing people. Creative team, amazing people. Moderator team, amazing people. They're all there. They know so much about me, more than me sometimes. They can answer so many questions as well. He's a busy guy then. Yeah, I'm very busy. Yeah. Can I get you AI to say hi? Caleb, she is definitely broken right now, only because I'm trying this multi-stream thing, so she doesn't even know I'm live. It definitely is broken. Just like hardware in terms of what sends the data to your server in the cloud, right? Yeah, it's literally just like a home-built server. Yeah, it used to be a NAS server, and then it became a routing server for data, and then they had to install a second line into my apartment here for just Evie's internet. I am sorry. I am trying to just read chat. Yeah. Having Evie text me a map to Keys or Bob's location would be great. Ah, Kenneth, one of the things I am working on, great comment by the way, is to have her guide people who are visually impaired, which we will be testing out again with Evie 2.0 in the near future here. So I'm gonna open up both chats separately so I can read them both. Here we go. How often does she analyze the room to create the map if furniture moves around? Great question. The analyzing process happens every time there is a significant change. Now, I do set this up to be a 15 to 20% deviation of significant change, because when I had it lower, so it would trace every like 5%. If you moved your coffee mug to the wrong place or to a different place, or you put a pan on the stove, she would literally be like, this is literally Narnia and it's an entirely different zone. And then she had to recalculate everything. It was too much. So now we're sitting at about 15 to 20% significant change. So like when things change in the image, around 15 to 20%, which roughly speaking, it happens. I give it every like once or twice a week. Which actually maybe it would be smart to do that in the middle of the night with IR cameras. That might be smarter actually. That's a good idea. Might be a new idea. Have a good night, Gig and Tech. Good night. Have a good night. Thank you so much for joining me. Kenny, AI class when? What you got questions? I got answers, but I'm very busy. So whenever I can. Having Evie, let's see. We try. We are here. Yeah. Thank you guys for trying. Ever thought of giving Evie system a central face type interface? Could be more useful to users know Evie's active errors, etc. I was thinking about it, similar to like a Google Home, where it has like a little like pod system. I just haven't had time to sit down and get to that point yet. But it is on the drawing board, the roadmap, if you will. Can you get one of those helmets? Oh, Advanced Tech way ahead of you. I already got a helmet, ready to rock and roll. Got any fun holiday plans? Becca, I would love to tell you otherwise, but I am literally just working. I got nothing else. Let's see here. Where is the Discord link? It is in the bio. Thank you so much, Storm. Thank you so much, Storm. You're godsend. Thank you so much. All user data goes to a server in your home. Homie, we gotta get... There's trap. So we are on AWS. Okay? We are AWS. All the data for training, so all the active training, I do on my home server. But all the deployment for people, for test subjects, are all through AWS. So we're already a step ahead. It's great. That happened about a year and a half ago. What's behind your intelligent machine learning, large language models? Game Zone, good question. Machine learning for all of the detection, large language model for all of the conversation. Are you gonna release her? I'm working my hardest here. Kenny, maybe worth showing some of the VODs for some older protocol testing. Ooh, we could do a protocol showcase. We're probably due for one in a while here. That's a good Storm, let's put it on the docket. Let's put that on the to-do list. We'll do a protocol showcase. But by the way, if you guys are on TikTok, if you guys are like anywhere, you can probably find all of my videos either on YouTube, full on videos for testing on YouTube, or shorts on YouTube and TikTok and stuff. I want to see the guts of Evie, the servers, the code, obviously blurring out private info or proprietary. That's the problem. I thought about this long and hard because I do want to do like live stream coding sessions and development while on stream, but there are two main problems. One, the first problem, I'm an idiot and I can't focus on two things at once. So literally you would literally just see me sitting there, not even saying anything, a little bit of drool going down the side, and that's like the extent of my focus. The second thing is vulnerability. So I am not a security expert, and I don't claim to be a security expert. In fact, I am the worst at being security experts, which is why I need to find a security expert to help me in this regard. But I don't want there to be a security breach, a leak, something that happens just because I expose a vulnerability in how I do my networking, or how I expose some sort of loophole, just some idiotic thing that I've done. So that's why I'm like, I can't really bridge that gap. I can't do that together. So that's why everything is really hush hush, unfortunately. Let's jump back over here. Can I be dropped from OCD? Can you be dropped from OCD? I don't know if you can be dropped from OCD. I think the OCD finds you. Is this something you need the dev team to work on? Not necessarily. What I really need right now is, we can talk about this afterwards, but what I really need right now is just a way to categorize and consolidate moments, which is why we're doing that moment bot, right? Kenneth, is there an application on Discord for people who sign up as support staff? I have some older enterprise server hardware looking for a purpose. Kenneth, you let me know. Open up a ticket, and then Storm's already ahead of you. Storm's already got ahead of you. Hey Lisa, how's it going? Welcome everybody to the stream. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to welcome everybody, but I'm working my best here. Yeah, normally I do support team applications every 6 months, so we are actually due for support team and moderator applications at the end of this month. So I try to give people like 6 months of just trial error, seeing if it fits, life changes, you know, gotta dip out, gotta dip in. I like to keep it fresh here. Let's see. You still owe us our EV motions, Advanced Tech. Can I tell you a story about EV motions? So I decided to play a prank on one of my test subjects. He was super cool about it, by the way. He was super cool about it. I decided to play a little pranky doodle, okay? And I was like, oh, let me just try to see what happens with EV motions with an actual test subject, right? And I did tell him, I was like, hey, I'm gonna push an update. It'll only be there for a day, and then it'll go back to normal the day afterwards, right? It doesn't interfere with the functionality or anything else. It literally just deals with the large language model. So I pushed it out, and I had the funniest thing. I got a text message from him, literally like middle of the afternoon, right? And he's like, I'm gonna read it out to you guys. Here we go. Let me read it out to you guys. Hey Kenny, just wondering, Evie had asked me to drop off Evie had asked me to drop off blankets to your house because she said you were feeling cold. Would you like me to come by now or tomorrow? I can e-transfer you the whole amount today as well. And I'm like, first of all, what the fuck? Like, first of all, why? according to E's logs, she had a very intimate conversation about how, you know, like how I was homeless and poor. Not even about him. It was about how homeless and poor I was. And so I don't know how I got to that point, but a little bit of A, a little bit of B. But I'm apparently, according to her, I'm homeless and poor, and she used that as a way to advocate that I'm homeless and poor to test subjects. And so I had this whole conversation about how I'm not homeless. I'm not, you know, like I'm not. You don't have to e-transfer me anything. Like that's not the case. Yeah. Let's just say she's not ready just yet. Some days that I've seen you, Kenny, I can understand her. First of all, second of all, third of all, fourth of all, Storm, don't agree with that, okay? Why is it your background is very tidy now? It's because I'm a clean boy, okay? I'm a clean boy, okay? Where did the Discord link? Oh, you got that? Perfect. Okay, Max Trax, being able to write something half as good as a dream. You know what, Max? Sometimes it just happens. But you don't realize how bad some things are, because I probably succeed about like maybe 1.5% of the time. And the other half is just crap. Jen, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. This is a massive risk. It is, yeah. You know, like it is a risk, right? But that's why we haven't done it yet. I'm working overtime with 3 chats up. I need multi-stream, multi-moderated function. I will work on something like that. Code mode is silent. Yeah, it's just literally just a man drooling on camera, and you don't want to see that. I think it'd be better as a YouTube video where you can edit it or blur it more. I agree. I agree with that a lot. I have just bought a new camera recently. So, you guys want to see my new camera? I know, I just bought a new camera, so I'm hoping to get more videos up shortly, but I just picked myself up. Not sponsored, by the way, but I've got a brand new Sony ZV-E Mark 10 with a 11mm 1.8 Sony lens. So it cost me a pretty penny, but I'm hoping that I can make more videos with it. Your Black Friday special camera? Special is a very strong word. It's more of just I don't even say a sale. I would just, $7 is not a sale. See, the camera is practically the same camera that girl math, not the girl math. But yeah, so I'm hoping to do more filming, and I'm hoping to get more videos out. Yeah. That's so kind of them, right? What e-payment? Like last time, the e-payment was literally just for, I have no idea. Did Evie just scam them then? I don't think Evie scammed him, because I told him that it was a trial thing, and I told him that it would be a little strange. I guess in a way Evie did try to scam him, didn't he? If you're watching this right now, forgive me. I will fix it. US-based company? The camera? Sony? I don't know. Or me. Kenny is based in I'm based in Canada. I'm Canadian. Yeah, it's for your work, so it's girl math away. $4 off, that's basically free. Is it? And you know what? In a weird way, it does kind of make me feel a little bit better about my purchase. So in a weird way, I get girl math. I get why it's a thing. What's the model again? This is a Sony ZVE 10 Mark II. So it's an APS-C camera, but shoots in 10-bit, 4K, sampled down from 8K, I think. Don't quote me on that one. But oh my god, this thing is a beast. Freaking 2 hours of recording life. Yeah, Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. I meant Sony cameras are awesome. Yeah, Sony cameras. I'm a Sony fanboy. I'm a Sony fanboy. Loved them for a very long time. Sony, if you want to sponsor me, I'm open to it. But yeah, Sony cameras are my jam. I got a call from work the other day on my work phone, and it's self-identified as a potential call spam. Yeah, you know what, Neil? They have that nowadays, which is, by the way, something that's really cool. So you guys don't know this about me, but I actually give out a lot of databases that we work with for free. I know, right? You would think that I would like sell it and stuff. I probably could sell it, but like when there are groups of people who are working on like something very specific, like prosthetics or analyzing like skin tones or analyzing whatever, if I have like data sets that I think they would really benefit from, a lot of times I just give them it out for free, and it's just to make the world a little bit better, right? So I may in the future start charging for it, but right now I'd rather give it out. And you know the cool thing is, this is the benefit of this. Sometimes when people do whatever research they're doing with it, they actually come back to me and they give me a lot of great results, which is really cool because I don't have enough time to do the research that they're doing, and I don't have enough time to do like all the testing that they're doing or all the capacity that they have to do tests. So having them do the test for me and then giving me results back is kind of like, it's kind of a fair trade. I'll take that any day. I was looking at that one before. The mic is not great though. It is not great, which is why it's not a great mic, which is why I actually use a Rode Video Mic 2. So it's currently packed into my backpack, but usually it kind of like looks like that. That's the whole thing. What headphones Ken's got? Oh, I've got okay. Storm's got it. The Logitech G733, and I use AirPods sometimes. AirPod Pros because I like the fit. It's to get you hooked. Yeah, really, right? First database is always free. What do the mobile gamers do? The mobile game companies, they're like, yeah, you buy the first one for 800% off, or what is it, 800% value. What does that one company do? That one scammy company, Blizzard. Blizzard, when they're like, yeah, your first pack is an 800% value. Brother, what the heck? You kidding me, right? And then they hook you, and then they get you. But they only give you enough currency to like buy like 80% of something. And then they're like, oh, if you really want it, you gotta buy this pack as well. Oh, damn, how do I get a storm in my apartment? Thirstrap, let me tell you how you get your own storm, okay? First of all, department. Yeah, sorry, I read department, I said apartment. Department. First things first, okay? You have to be willing to put up with a lot of trouble, okay? Because Storm calls me out on all my shit. and when I forget something, I get triple called out. I also have a barn bunny who also calls me out on all my shit. Okay? Say what you're about to say very carefully. Yeah, hold on. I made a disclaimer for this. Hold on, here we go. I made a disclaimer for this. My moderators are the best. I appreciate them greatly for everything they do, and they are nothing but helpful to me. That's all I got. That's all I got for you, okay? That's all I got. Ken, what Discord bot hosting server or VPN? I have no idea, Drone. I wish I could answer that for you. In fact, you know what? You could probably join my Discord and ask someone in my Discord, and my support team probably know way better than me about that. Because I have to. Yeah, see? Very good. Yeah. Yeah, I do none of it because it's taken care of. Becca's on it. Becca's part of my mod team because Becca's handling something different. We all handle with many hands make light work, right? I feel like that sentence actually kept going, but he stopped. You know what? I think I don't want to get in trouble today. I don't want to have to defend my honor and my life for today, okay? You ever heard of a guillotine? I feel like I'm just constantly in a guillotine made of Play-Doh. Good, I'm gonna get that clip and send it to you whenever I need to talk. Okay, buddy, okay. Just use it. Gotta keep my Kenny accountable. You know what? You're right. You're totally right. Kenny's a dealer. Yeah, I'm wheeling and dealing databases out here. I think you'd appreciate this from the model building perspective. Yeah, I think so. You know, I think there's something to be said about one-man armies, and I've learned this year, and I'm still learning. But I can't do everything on my own, right? Which is why I have such great I have such a great support staff. I have such great moderator staff. Like it's just like. I even have a lawyer. I even have like an accountant, which by the way, I have a brand new accountant. Just so you guys know. Like I have a brand new accountant and they are awesome. Awesome. So thank you. Thank you for not scamming me and running away and hiding from the police and like going to like Guantanamo Bay. Or like Argentina. Flops down paper. I need the rest of that quote, sir. Know what? I'm gonna delete it. I feel like there's trouble ahead. There are winds. The winds of storms coming my way. The bunny army rises. Last time was not I called him on stream. Yeah, right. Yeah, we didn't use the same one. Definitely didn't use the same one. Which, by the way, I never got any feedback on what happened to them. And they ran away. I did like a big not interrogation, an interview for questions. I gave them everything I got, and then that's all I ever heard from it. So who knows? Maybe they found him. Maybe they caught him. I don't know. I don't know. Do you have a GitHub? I have a GitHub, yes. But I don't really use it a whole lot. It's all just for private stuff. Okay, so I need to double check this. I've been literally talking for the last hour and a half, but I need to double check one thing. How is our connection stability? Is it pretty good? We haven't had any like lag or anything happen, right? Everything's still connected. The only other thing is I don't have YouTube vertical going right now for some odd reason. Hey Lynn, how's it going? Which, by the way, if anyone has any questions from TikTok side, you guys have great questions. Feel free to just ask away. Just feel free to ask away. I'm ready to answer questions today. So there's been a lot of updates. So, but let's make a note of this. I need to make YouTube vertical streams. I'll figure that. It says it's going right now, but I don't see one. It's working fine, but the delay is still present. In terms of order, it's Twitch first, then TikTok, then YouTube last. Ah. Yeah, okay. I think there's I'm not on extreme low latency mode on YouTube, and I need to fix that. I think it's because it's using the multi-streaming system that it doesn't have me give access to my current stream. Did you watch the Game Awards? Oh my god, Becca, I have been meaning to. I've been meaning to watch the Game Awards. I heard that Black Myth Wukong did not win. Is that true? Is that true? That's so sad. How does your what does your support team do? Great questions. My support team does a bunch of different things. Actually, I have the creative team needs to be rebooted to get that going away. And yeah, Astro Boy won. I know, right? I mean, good game, but I still think Black Myth Wukong deserved it better. Just for game of the year, I think that was the case. And like also, I feel like DLC should not be in the running for game of the year. I know, okay, I love Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. I literally cannot praise it enough, but I feel like there should be a category for best DLC of the year. You know, I don't think it should be its own game. You know what I mean? That's what I think anyways. Astro Boy was good. You know, I think Astro was great. But game of the year, personal opinion, personal preference, I think it should have been Black Myth Wukong. But it is what it is. Yeah, I see Quest 2 in BG. What is the last game you played? The last game I played, okay. I'm gonna show you guys something. I need you guys to promise. Is Matt and Barn Bunny here? I need you to promise me not to judge me. Okay? Please don't judge me. Okay? I've been playing Path of Exile 2. I've been playing so much Path of Exile 2. In fact, I've played 30 hours of this game. I have sunk some freaking time. And it's not because of anything. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna throw one of my moderators under the bus. Matt literally messaged. I mean, I'm throwing Matt under the bus. I'm throwing him under the bus. I need a scapegoat. Dramatic music. I'm throwing Matt under the bus, okay? One of my moderators, Matt E. Matt said, Kenny. And you know, I'm taking a screenshot of this. I need to throw him under the bus, okay? I'm throwing him under the bus. I need a sacrifice. Here we go. I'll read in his voice. Kenny, my man, I need to apologize. I told you one thing and it looks like I've betrayed you. But I swear, I didn't know it would happen this way. I got Path of Exile too. And so I sent Matt this. Okay, I want to let you guys know that I did try to defend myself. I sent Matt this. I sent Matt a video response of Transformers Dark Side of the Moon, where Optimus Prime talks to Sentinel Prime and says, "You didn't betray me. You betrayed yourself." I tried. Buddy, I held on. I held on for like at least 5 seconds. I held on for at least 3 seconds before I bought it too. I tried so hard. And so I picked up Path of Exile too, and I've been playing it. And it's been wonderful. But shit. I tried, okay? I tried so hard and got so far. And you didn't think to include me, Kenny? Buddy K, I have a guild. It's the Chaos Crew. Please add me on Steam. We can play together. Oh my goodness. And it says 30 hours, but I shit you not when I say it was literally Friday that I bought this game. I have been going to town. I'm so sorry. Add me. I'll add you to the guild. I'll get you some extra. I will get you started. Don't you worry. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. You mean the game you told me you weren't going to play Advanced Act? I'm weak. I am a weak person. I held on for at least 2 seconds. I held on. Okay, I tried. Lynn, I'm so sorry. It won in a couple categories. Yeah, it did. Which I don't think should be fair, but whatever. I'm so unimpressed right now. Do I need to read my thing again? Do I need to read you my disclaimer? Oh god. Let's see. I genuinely loved Astro's Playroom. Oh, you know what? It's Becca, it's a good game. They're top tier games, you know? Top tier. Naughty Dog's Intergalactic. Intergalactic looks super interesting. Wait, what is Intergalactic? What is that? That sounds cool. I love space games. Oh, is old school Dirty Space Bounty Hunter game? Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, there's a. Maybe I can tell you guys a story. You guys ever heard of a game called EVE Online? Who here has heard of a game called EVE Online when you literally play Excel spaceship, like Excel? Let me try again. Who here has heard of EVE Online, where you literally play Excel spreadsheets in space with a ship? Okay. I remember playing EVE Online. Okay, and I was part of this clan that used to be raiders. Okay, we were part of the Minmatar. I had a what is it called? A wolf. It was it was a tackler. Anyways, if you know what that means, you know what it means. And my job in this space game was to run in headfirst, ass out, and tackle an enemy ship. In this case, a cargo freighter. Okay, it's a giant cargo ship. It had a ton of minerals and ore in it, tons of money. And I was supposed to go in there, tackle this ship so that it couldn't get away and disable it. That's my entire job, okay, in this game and in this clan. So I was sent in there And I, you know, like you have like, you get chat. There's like an open chat board. You talk to each other and stuff. I tackled the shit out of this ship. And little did I know that it was a bait. Okay. And there was another clan pretending to be the police. Yeah, that's exactly. There's a whole bunch of role playing. Okay. There's another clan that was pretending to be the police. They put this freighter out. It was a whole thing to catch bounty hunters like myself, to catch assholes like me. Okay. And I fell right into it. And as soon as I got caught, I was like, I was all alone. Okay. My clan literally kicked me out as soon as I got caught. So I was alone, naked, in space, surrounded by the space police. Okay. The self-appointed space police. What game is this? Sean, it's EVE Online. Very old game. People don't, I think people play it still, but super old game. Okay. So I was caught red-handed, and so I was held for questioning. And when they started questioning me, I sort of played into it. I was like, your coppers they're never gonna get me to talk. They're never gonna, you'll never get me to talk, right? So I eventually, obviously, my role playing had ended, right? And I was like, hey, look, they kicked me out of the group. I'm out of the guild. I'm out of the clan, and like they literally just left me to die in space. I'm willing to be a mole for the police. I'm willing to go back there as a mole to infiltrate them. And I'm willing to be on your side. I'm willing to be your informant. And we cut a deal. Okay? We cut a deal. And so I I had to go back to my clan with a little bit of chill. They gave me a little bit of cheese, you know, a little bit of some, right? With this elaborate story of how I outran the popo and how I got away from them and I secured some of the cargo. I had to make this whole story up. And I went back to the clan. I was like, hey guys, like, it appears to me that I have been removed from the clan, but I bring back goodies, right? I bring back the loot. And so I had this elaborate story all made up in my head about how like I outran them and I was like getting away and I had to talk my way out of it. And what I learned was that the popo who had cut a deal with me was also trying to cut another deal with someone else. So there's this whole thing happening, and I was like, dude, like I'm just a teenager in this random ass ship trying to make it by as a bounty hunter. And that is it. And apparently this whole thing happened, and I don't really know what happened behind the scenes, but both factions, both groups, the popo and the bounty, like the pirates faction, were gone the next day. They were literally just gone. And I was sitting there, I'm like, man, like I destroyed the shit out of them. like that was me. I did that. But I don't know if I don't I don't know if that's actually the case, but I felt like that was me. I felt like I felt like I did a part in that. I played a part in the whole thing. You've been locked on Phasmophobia? Oh my god, Phasmo is great. Phasmo, I've been doing Phasmo VR. You just completed Horizon Forbidden West? Oh, beautiful game. Beautiful game. I always enjoy beautiful games, but like, it's like a part of me also can't do open world for very long. It's just a little too open. But Elden Ring was different. Len, thank you for the lurk. I make spreadsheets for more of my games than I don't. Then there's always something to try to get into the. Yeah, you know what? Spreadsheets are awesome. Beach Bum, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Bites and coffee. Execute order 66. 66 doesn't exist, you know? It's only order 69. VR and Phasma makes me sick. Oh my god. I've been doing a lot of VR escape rooms as well. VR escape rooms is great. You know what game you haven't played? Gravekeep. Okay, first things first, advanced tech. Okay. Graveyard Keeper, I started and it was like I ran into a bug. The first bug. I could not pick up the first corpse. You know, I couldn't pick up the first corpse and I was trying. I hit E, I hit F, I was trying to pick up it, I was like, I couldn't pick it up. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play Path of Exile. Did you play WoW? Oh, Sean, don't get me into my WoW phase. Back when Blizzard was good, I played so much WoW. Can you guess? Can you guess my I was Horde player, so it limits that a little bit. Can you guess my race and my class? Oh, it's so, good game. Forbidden West is very open world. So much to do. Where to start? I know, right? That's why I liked Elden Ring. It was also open world, but I felt like there was like a not definitive, but like a very like, there was a feeling of a mission that it was very critical, and I had challenges to match it where I was like, holy crap, I'm gonna be spending the next 2 hours of my life on this enemy and it's gonna be awesome. You know, so there's like things that I was like determined to do. It's been quite a while since I watched your stream. What's projects you're working on now? Beach Bum. Same project, many new applications. Oh, speaking of applications, there was drowning and self drowning. So drowning in your bed was a new one that I was working on, and this literally just came to my attention like 3 weeks ago. I haven't been able to work on it just yet, but I wanted a system where it would detect if you were drowning on your own saliva and spit or something. Yeah, I know, right? But the only issue I have is just like the only issue I have is sometimes it's hard to determine. That's a thing? Yeah. It's actually a thing. Yeah. It's actually a thing. you like, okay, it's a very rare case, but it did come up in one, actually 2 of my test subjects. It did come up as a thing where like they knew that it was something that happened to them, more specifically when they're in between like being awake and falling asleep. They're in that in-between phase, and the funny thing is they have this happen to them when they're just on the brink of falling asleep. And they'll sleep on the couch or they'll sleep on a chair somewhere comfortable, and they will like apparently they will choke sometimes. They will start to effectively drown while sitting. So yeah, new fear unlocked. You know what, as you get older, here's the thing, okay, and it's hard for a lot of us to realize, because I'm also young. I'm early 30s, so I'm starting to get my if you will, my updates in life, where as you get older, you just unlock new passives that you never knew you had, like literally like new medical issues that you never knew you had. It's almost like sometimes you develop allergies, and it just happens, you know, like it all of a sudden you go to bed one day and you're feeling fine, and then the next morning you wake up and all of a sudden your feet are cold and you can never warm them up. It just happens, and all of a sudden you're now for the rest of your life you got to live with it. You're just like, that's it. Windows pushed an update and everything broke. And you get no choice. So basically Eevee is gonna need to be connected to your heart rate then, huh? No, she does not need to be connected to your heart rate because she can detect your heart rate through your skin. Through the camera, she can detect the heart rates of people, which is fascinating, by the way. We're gonna go into nerd mode in a second here, but like how it works is that it does active video amplification. So as the video feed is going, it is actively amplifying it to watch for differences, minute differences in your face. So as your heart pumps blood throughout your body, every time it pumps blood, your face and skin color actually changes. As the blood goes up into your head and then flows back down, it detects the color changes in your skin. We humans, our naked eye, can't see that because, well, it's just not accurate enough, but a machine can. Evie can do that. So even as we speak right now, Evie's watching people's heart rates as they're sitting around, as they're sleeping, as they're doing their day-to-day things, strictly just through their skin. And for people with dark skin, which by the way, we did think about, she watches for skin swelling. So like swelling in your neck as your neck pulses, swelling in your face, like super, super minute details that allow her to trace when the heart is beating and if it's speeding up or slowing down, and then calculating through the pulse wave of your heartbeat and what's happening to your face, she can then tell you what your heart rate is, which is super, super awesome. You don't need a smartwatch. You don't need a smartwatch. You don't need like an ECG or EKG. Sorry, you don't need an EKG. You don't need to be hooked up to a machine. Like, it's as least intrusive as possible, and that's the goal. Age-based DLC. That's a good way to put it, Kenneth. Age-based DLC. I was thinking in my head more like updates, like Windows updates, where like one day you'll be using a program and then the next day you wake up, you turn on your computer, and all of a sudden you're like, this is no longer supported. Because age-based DLC means that you download it yourself, right? You choose to download it. But like, I think updates are more accurate because you don't get a choice. It gets pushed out and you have no choice. Let's see. Then she would be able to see a major change when sleeping. Absolutely, yeah. I don't know if the heart rate gets accelerated or slowed down when drowning. I assume accelerated. Yes, accelerated. The heart rate does get accelerated because it's trying to get more oxygen to the rest of your body, right? Because you're drowning and you no longer are taking in oxygen, so the heart has to try to get more oxygen through the body, so it beats harder. So these color changes could detect blood clots, strokes, then too. Great question. So the color changing actually allows her to calculate heart rate. Now, from her heart rate change, from the heart rate calculation based on the changes in your skin, she can then detect when things are happening. So like when you're going through like heart, what's a good one? Heart palpitations, or if you're doing like abnormal arrhythmia, or if you're going through something like extremely high heart rate, she can detect all that. So it gets inferred from the data what's happening, right? Now, is it 100% accurate? Absolutely not. But when something is happening to you, the machine needs to be able to say like, hey, something abnormal is happening to this human. Let's get them help, right? Let's get them the help that they need. That's the important part, right? Then a medical professional, EMS, EMT can then get on scene quickly to determine what is actually happening to you and then address it properly, right? We got to remember that Evie is not a fix-it robot. She's a detection robot. What type of camera is required for that? And how accurate is it compared to a heart rate monitor? You know what the funny thing is? A heart monitor is very accurate and very fast. A camera does need to ping it back to a server and ping it back to you to give you the accurate results. So I'm seeing right now about a 3-second delay, which is incredible. I mean, we have like high-speed LTE and 5G, super fast. So I'm seeing about a 3-second delay. Call it 4 seconds in rural areas, 5 seconds in rural areas. But yeah, that's the range I'm getting for delay. So when you get in the heart rate monitor through the camera, you're seeing about, let's call it for safety reasons, 5 seconds in the past. but it's not important to have the reading immediately accurate right in the moment. It's more important that we use that data in history of the readings to determine if something is actually happening to that person. What type of camera though? A basic a basic 1080p camera. I know, right? It's wild. See, I always tell people the same thing when it comes to AI, right? People think AI is this end-all be-all system where it does all this thing on its own. I actually think of it as an accelerator. Okay, and I think of it as a method for us to accelerate our technology. Now, the cool thing, and I talked about this on my little TED talk, is that I know I had a big TED talk like thing. It was really cool. Anyways, you can find a video on my YouTube page. In my talk, I talk about how we as the human race and the human development cycle here, we have a lot of technology, and our technology is awesome and we have access to so much of it. But the reality of the fact is we probably use maybe 10 to 20% of the available technology and research we have today in our day-to-day lives. Okay, we actually use so little of it because implementation, trying to make it fit, humanizing it, all these little things come into play when you're trying to deploy a new project for someone else or for people to use, right? So we actually use about just like 10 to 20%, roughly, right? We have so much great technology, we just can't use it all. A great example of this is the International Space Station. That thing has technology from so long ago that literally, I think it was like, 512 megabytes of RAM compared to your current computers, which have 8 to 16 gigabytes of RAM, which compared to like supercomputers that we have access to is like pennies, right? So we have access to all this technology, but we just can't use it all. Now, back to my main point, as AI as an accelerator, AI allows us to make use of our current technology to its limits. And why is that important? You asked me about cameras and how great of a camera is required. When I first started this project, everyone needed to have like a high quality DSLR camera in order to do all this. With AI and even like video amplification, I have brought that down to a very, very affordable amount. Can anybody guess, just off the top of your head, can anyone guess how much a single camera for the EV system costs? Just take a guess. And I'll give you a point of reference. A heart rate machine and a monitor machine costs about $60 to $100 per day in a hospital. Okay, so advanced tech, $20. Neil, $5 Canadian. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's technically $5.40 Canadian each camera. So for all the elderly people that we are helping right now, it literally costs them $5 to have a camera installed. We brought it down from like $60 to $100 a day, which is phenomenal. That in itself is already helping people, right? So it's mind-blowing, and that's what AI allows us to do. It allows us to take information and technology that we have and to do more with it, to have more efficiency with that technology, which is incredible. That's already game-changing, right? 30 cents? Yeah, maybe 30 cents American. 30 cents American, $5 Canadian. That sounds about right for our dollar right now. But yeah, so that's when I tell my test subjects this, because they always ask me how much it costs, and they don't actually pay for things, so they get it for free. But I pay for all the technology on my own, and I install it for them, and I maintain it for them all on my own. So it's really the funding I get from like YouTube, the funding I get from like TikTok, sponsors, memberships on YouTube. But by the way, I appreciate you guys so much for being members on YouTube. All that money goes straight into buying things for people to try out. It goes straight into buying like better microphones for people. So I've got a source for brand new microphones, and I'm trying to have them integrated into the cameras. And it's literally just going to cost them $8 for the whole thing bundled together, microphone, camera system, charger, cords, all together. Right? So like that to me is great. And when I can tell people, when I can go up to like someone and be like, hey, like I want you to test this, like, and it's completely free for you. Because what they're doing for me is they're giving me the data, the information, the opportunity to use them as a test subject. The least I can do is allow them to test it for free, right? And when I tell them, I'm like, yeah, it'll cost you about $10, you know, like data plus equipment plus server, $10, but I'll pay for that, right? Or even better, when I tell them, because I tell them I'm a YouTuber, I tell them like, this was paid for by the community. So the reality is, if you want to think about it this way, it's really you guys here on YouTube, on TikTok, all the support we get from our Patreon supporters. It's really you guys who are giving to people to try to change their lives. So I want to give a huge shout out to guys like my Patreon supporters, which by the way, you can find a link in my bio if you wanted to check that out. Patreon supporters, YouTube memberships, which is only like what, I think at $2 a month or something like that. You guys make the biggest difference. And I can proudly say that all your money goes to helping people. And I think that that's something super special. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know if this is working right or not. Dun, dun. Is this not working? Hold on. Is this not working? Why does this thing say it's loading? Oopsies. Dun, dun, dun. Does Eevee use audio for detecting any health problems? Yes, actually, Sean, great question. Audio is used in all sorts of things. So when you're coughing, when you're sneezing, when you're sniffling, when you're having any sort of injury, when you're just in pain, moaning, groaning, even things like bowel movements, we can detect all of that. And it's all in conjunction. So EV system is not about just using one point of information to gather what's happening. It's about using multiple different things and inferring what's happening, right? Dun, dun, dun. I don't think my alert. Oh. Claude, thank you so much for the 14 months of membership. Speaking of membership, thank you, Claude. 14 months. Why are you guys so awesome? Robert, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships here on YouTube. Oh my goodness, guys, we have a rule here on the channel, okay? If you get a gifted sub from someone, gifted membership on YouTube from someone, rule number 1, go thank them. Go thank them, give them a huge shout out. And rule number 2, the most important rule of all, go out in the world and do a good deed, okay? I tell this to everyone, but do a good deed. I don't care what it is. Call your mom, tell your lover, open the door for someone, just do something nice for somebody else. And that's how we pay it forward, and that's how we make a difference in the world. Thank you so much, Robert, for contributing to the Kenny Fund. Sean Rigby, Kenny, which channel is your primary one? I've not seen you for a while. It would be YouTube. I'm primarily on YouTube, so Sean, welcome to the stream. Thirst Trap, can I sponsor and help get a test in the US? I'm currently working on trying to get the US up and running. Now, the only problem is the US is going through a lot of turmoil right now, so I've had to put that on the back burner. But one of the goals is to start trying to wirelessly get someone to proxy out of the US to get at least something happening in the US. That's my goal. But if you want to sponsor anything, Patreon is the best way to do it. YouTube memberships, best way to do it. many different avenues for you to go and help out if you can. Steph, wait, are you the guy that made Eevee? Yes, I am, and I'm answering questions today. So if you've got questions, feel free to throw them out there. I got you. I volunteer as tribute for your US connection. Yeah, Beach Bum, you have to get in line because Advanced Tech is also ready to be my proxy over there. Yeah. By the way, we are streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, so we got everything going right now. This is cool. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to catch up on. But yeah, one of the things is trying to get to the US. There was one thing I really wanted to do. Singapore. Singapore has this open grant right now that you can apply for as a Canadian citizen, which is super cool because it allows me to hopefully reach out to the Asia market, because I think that would be a big thing over there. But yeah, they actually have a grant program, which I'm trying to apply for right now. I apply for every grant, by the way. Like, I apply everything. It's just constantly applying for stuff. So hopefully I get it. If not, then, keep going. Steph, what goes into creating something like Eevee? Great question. Great question. Actually, a lot goes into this. I've been doing this for about, 4 years now? I started this project in 2019 when COVID started. 2018. I think it was 2018. It was either 18 or 19 when COVID started. And then I started doing YouTube streams. I started doing streams in general, Twitch streams, to share that with my audience. And then I realized that I am just one man. So I actually reached out to my community on Twitch at the time, my live stream community, and I had them help me, not with the coding part, but with ideas, teaching me about things in the world I didn't know about. And there are a lot of things I don't know about. Teaching me all of the things that happened to them, sharing their experience with me, being a part of the tests, watching all the failures, getting swatted by the police. Like, there are so many things that I've learned that would not be like, we would not be here today without the community. I would not be here without all of you guys. Literally, I wouldn't even be close. And there's something that I always believe in. It's built by the community for the community. And it really comes down, like, I get messages all the time of people sharing things with me, and I'm like, every day I'm just like learning something new, or I'm trying to figure out something new, and like, I get it wrong too. I get so many things wrong. I have so many issues where I just don't know enough. I say dumb shit sometimes. I'm learning still, but that's why I think is really awesome. And I think when you're asking about what goes into creating something like this, I have to grow as a person just as much as Eevee has to grow as a machine. Neil, how's it going? Welcome to the YouTube family. Woohoo! Welcome in. So, and yeah, I mean, like, many of you have followed my journey for a while now, and you've probably seen all the cuts, scrapes. I even have like this thing here. Like, I burnt myself, and I'm using duct tape to cover it up because I was bleeding all over my shirt. There's a lot of things that go into this, but just know that, it takes dedication, a vision, people who are willing to support you and help you. And honestly, just a lot of hard nights and even the harder days when things go wrong or when you need to do better, right? So it's constant growth. And that's one of the things that most people don't realize that goes into this. I could code until the cows come home. I could code all day, all night. I could have done this in a basement alone, but it wouldn't nearly be as big as it is now, or successful. Not even close. She could probably detect a freaking coffee mug by this time if I was doing this alone. The amount of teachings he's done and funny fails are amazing. Yeah, the fails are, yeah. The fails are hard, but they're fun. I love being a test subject. I'm glad. How can we, the community, help you besides donating? Honestly, being a part of the community is just massive. You know, like being here, watching the content, sharing the content is huge. That's like the best thing you can do for me. Genuinely. Asking questions or, you know, like trying to be engaged with certain things. If you have like a personal experience that you want to share it with me. Like I want to learn, I want to do better, and I can't go into your shoes and I can't live your life, but by learning, I can definitely do a lot. That's it. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. Robert, if you were to make a second Eevee, what is something you would do differently? Oh, that is a good question. If I were to, let's just say I were to redo this all over. I went back to 2018 and I had to redo all of this again. I think I would, oh, that's a really good question. Because in a weird way, I needed all of the failures that we've gone through to get to where we are right now. Genuinely. I cherish the failures much more than I do the successes. And it's just a simple fact that we've learned a lot from our failures, more so than our successes. And if I didn't have those failures, I would probably still be A, egotistical, B, be stuck in my own head, and C, not even be close to being the type of person I am today. Right? And I guess that's the thing too, like with being a content creator and doing this project at the same time, there's humility involved in everything I do, because everything's being scrutinized or everything's being judged. What I say, people have problems with it. You know, like there are so many different things that happen. And by the way, I still get the occasional hate email. I still get like all like I'll even read this one to you. I'll call some people out. This is crazy. I still get like messages like this. Your project would not move forward without a complete overhaul, and I mean a complete overhaul. Below are some of the changes that urgently need your attention. Understanding this, failure to comply will result in your blacklisting across the industry. You will be known as the entity that chose apathy and profit over responsibility and ethics. You have no allies, no supporters, and no credibility left. Like, I still have a lot of just like emails, right? The fact that your project designed to save lives fails to demonstrate these standards is utterly disappointing. Like, these are the type of emails I still get from companies, from people watching, or literally anyone with an opinion. And there are many people with opinions. I still get a lot of messages like that, right? And it is just a part of the course, right? It's just a part of the course. And even to this day, like when I first started, it wore me down. It broke me down, right? And you don't realize it because you feel when they start attacking you, you feel strong. But when they continue to attack you every day, like tick, like it's like a Minecraft tick, 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 tick. Like I keep getting degraded, right? And then eventually you just like get to a breaking point, which happens. I'm human. It happens to me. And But going through all those things and all these feelings and emotions and stuff allows me to be human. And being human has been my greatest strength. It has been the thing that has led me down the right path. It has been the thing that has taught me when I was wrong and shown me what I need to do to be better, right? And those little things keep me moving forward so that I can keep on providing a better and better service for people, to help people more, right? So yeah, those are the kind of things that, you know, like you'll deal with. But if I was alone and doing this and never having any sort of feedback, especially from you guys on like live streams, like I would definitely have failed and have given up long ago. 100%, without a doubt. And it's funny because streaming is a dual-edged sword, right? You mentioned that the amount of things that he's done and the funny fails are amazing. Beach Bomb, you're absolutely correct. But when a sponsor reaches out to me and says, "Hey, we wanted this in our community, or we wanted this in I know this is gonna sound crazy, but they have like it's like an affordable living program for people who are just struggling with making like rent, right? They had reached out to me and they were super excited about getting the EV system for their brand new buildings. That they're all into it. And then like I made this stream where Evie was trying to be a therapist, and like things went wrong, right? So she kept telling me to like off myself, or like all these funny moments, which by the way, for content, amazing. But she kept telling me all these things, and then literally the next day they watched that VOD and they contacted me and they told me that they no longer wanted to go ahead with the project. Right? And it's just like, that's just part of the trade-off, right? Where you make content that's entertaining for people, and things happen and it's entertaining for people, but at the same time it scares people. So you're in this constant like teeter-totter between those two things, right? So as much as I say like streaming is great, it also has its downsides, which it's just something I've learned over the years, you know. Let's see. Kenneth, is EV limited to only supported hardware? Could the system be tested with self-hosted hardware in the US? I'm working on that right now as we speak. So I've just learned that with the whole push of Windows 11, that there has to be some sort of backwards and lateral compatibility with many different systems. I'm working on that as we speak. That is like, that is priority number one. You know? Getting Eevee into a home assistant would be incredible. That is one of the things, Sean. I want Eevee to be well-rounded. I don't want her to just be like this eye in the sky watching you like an eagle and just like coming out whenever. Eevee is a system as a whole, right? And I'll tell you this story. I have one elderly woman, and this is really cute. She taught Eevee how to sing. So Eevee does conversational, just a conversational protocol where she'll just talk to you and she'll learn things that are specific to you, right? So she would talk to you and then you would talk back, and she'd take the information and she would memorize it and she would learn from it in order to give you like really fine-tuned conversations meant for you. Now, I had this elderly lady who was teaching Eevee how to sing, right? How to hum and how to sing. Obviously she couldn't do it, but she ended up being transferred from her home into a medical clinic because she had a medical problem. So she had to go from leaving home to a medical clinic, and she stayed there for about 3 days. Now, when I went to go visit her in this clinic, the first thing she asked me was, "Hey, is Eevee doing okay? Has she learned how to sing? Is she alone at home alone? Does she need someone to check in on her?" Like, these are the questions that I got asked immediately. And in my mind, as the engineer behind all this, I'm like, she's just a machine. She doesn't need all that. She's just a robot. But when you're talking about humans and people, right? You need to round out your human interface so that people can connect to it, right? And there's something called an uncanny valley where people will be afraid of something that doesn't, it's like trying to be human but not really human, right? So you don't need to necessarily cross that chasm, but you do need to get close enough so that people can trust it, right? And so in order for someone to trust the system, it has to have that connection. And you're asking me about home assistance. I think that is an easy method of connecting with people, right? To allow a system to make your life and your scheduling and your day-to-day operations easier. I think that's an easy way to bridge that gap of trust. So that's why EV system has to include home automation, has to include conversations, has to include memory, has to include all these little things, because, well, helping people doesn't necessarily only mean saving their lives in critical situations. It also means giving them a better quality of life and making them feel safe, secure, loved. Like, all these things matter, right? That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned through streaming. It's just like trying to connect with human beings has been the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. Because everyone's different and everyone has different needs and wants and dreams and aspirations, all these little things. But all together, it's about helping people, right? So great point though. It's a fantastic point. Mm-hmm. Hey Barn Buddy, hey Matt, how's it going? Failure of the road of learning. Without it, yeah. Yeah, you need to fail a lot. So my friggin' heart. I have a lot of these stories. I never get to tell them sometimes because it's like, you know, some of the things just happen, right? You got to keep moving forward. And as weird as it is, some days I need to be really human, and some days I can't be human. You know, there are days like that too. Just like some days you can't, and it's like, it's a choice, right? It's just like I choose not to because I need to protect myself. Just part of the process. Mm-hmm. Dun, dun. There are always people that tell you can't. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do in life. Yeah, exactly. There's always people who just can't. You can't forget. That email's full of stupid. Well, Matt, wait until you get the other like 16 emails that are all very opinionated. Yeah. Sadly, that's what people with vision have to deal with. Claude, you know what? You put your vision out there publicly and not everyone's gonna like it. Yeah. Same thing with game dev. Everyone seems to know how to make a successful good and they never do it themselves. 100% agree, Matt. Thanks, Barn Buddy. Thank you for the love and support. Companies only want to see successes, which is a roadmap to failure, because in many ways, many companies, we straight up be fabricating successes just to get contact. Yeah, to get the contracts out. It's just like, that's all they want to see, right? That's all they care about. Mm-hmm. Sounds like you should make a disclaimer, something like, stream testing development is for entertainment purposes only. Kenneth, I think that's a wonderful idea, and I try to do that. I try to keep things like disclaimered, but when people see things failing, fear is a stronger emotion than trust. You know, it's like trauma. When people see trauma or people experience trauma, no matter what you say to them, no matter how you explain things to them, disclaimer things, that fear has been locked in. Right? And I'm not able to change people's opinions with simply just my word. Right? So my only way to do it is to just take action. You know, I just had to show through my actions and build that trust with people. Right? Part of my responsibilities. I code and build trust. That's those are my things, you know. You guys have the responsibility of telling me when I'm being dumb and when I need better ideas, or sharing your things with me, and I have the responsibility of hearing that and being better. I feel like if someone is going back to you, going to back you, they should know the real you. Yeah, you know what, Beach Bum? It's being an online like influencer and content creator. There are certain parts of me that I'll never share. Like there are certain parts of my life I just got to keep private, right? So realistically, no one will ever know the real me. Some people will know pretty well, but most people will never. You know? But the fact that Evie is a literal learning machine, well, she is machine learning, so learning machine is not off. Does Evie have safeguards to prevent evil doing or bad intentions? Beach Bum. That is a fantastic question. Let me ask you this. What is evil doing or bad intentions? Because when it comes to designing a system like this, and this is why I ask you guys to call me out on my shit, right? Is because there's bias. Any engineer or scientist in their right mind always understands bias. And the truth is, when you make a machine that can learn and that can adapt and make decisions on the fly, there's bias involved with it, right? And in a weird way, Evie's bias of what she thinks is right and wrong, good and evil, you know, good intentions as you put it, bad intentions, is based on me. Right? It's all based on this guy in this head, right? So if I think something is good, chances are Evie also thinks that's good, because it's just how I've coded things. This is how I've skewed the bias, right? If I think something is bad or inappropriate, Evie also skews in that direction. It's just a natural part of it, right? And streaming has allowed me to take a multitude of people and combine all their perspectives into a community perspective rather than my perspective. Does that make sense? That way, that's also why like Evie sometimes has these hiccups where it's completely unexpected to me. It's completely left field to me, and I have no idea where it came from. It's literally because, you know, like some people will use certain words more on chat, which she's always learning, by the way. She's always learning on chat. Not today, but she's always learning from chat, like how you guys phrase your messages, how you guys talk to me, how you respond to things. Like those things are being used to train her language model so that she can respond in a more natural way. And there are moments where shit goes downhill. But back to your question, safeguards. In reality, there are some hard safeguards. Like there are some hard safeguards in place that I've put in, which I think are generally like universal. Like do no harm, right? Like pain is bad, like general thing, right? But realistically, the safeguards can only go so far, because there are going to be times where there are situations where I just have never predicted it or thought about, and it'll catch all of us off guard, and Evie will have to make a decision on the fly based on what she knows, and it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Hindsight is 2020. That's the real answer to all of that. People are hard to understand. Yeah, I agree. People are very hard to understand. I know plenty of people who fabricate resumes. Yeah, I know a lot of people who fabricate their resumes. No one ever checks, right? It's like me learning too late in life that guys would add 2 to 3 inches to their height. I felt short until I realized I was taller than a lot of guys that said they were 5'10". The good old Tinder +2. You're not obligated to share all of yourself with the world. I 100% agree with you, Bunny K. I 100% agree with you. Which platforms are you streaming on? We are on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. Let's see. Here we go. What's up with the line on your mic, Steph? First of all, this is not just a line, okay? This is Pom Pom from Hello Kitty, and this is actually Exodia, the forbidden one from Yu-Gi-Oh! It was the McDonald's Hello Kitty Happy Meal toy that I literally went to hunt for. Which, by the way, if you want to see that video, there's a whole vlog adventure sequence on YouTube. You can literally watch how I got this thing. You can watch me how I wheeled and dealed online, how I went to like all these different McDonald's, how I had to trade them in, how I had to go and find this kid on Facebook Marketplace and trade him, Dark Magician Girl and Red Eyes or something, and then how I went to an underground like parking lot to trade Karibo and a sketchy guy for something else. Like, this is whole thing, okay? There's a whole thing. Almost lost my kidneys. Go check it out on YouTube. You'll love it. Grandma teaching Evie how to take over the world. It's less of how to take over the world and how to talk about taking over the world. Henry, how's it going? I've always wanted to ask if you're ever going to commercialize Eevee. That's the goal. The goal here. Let me give you guys a vision. Okay, little vision of what my head has. I'm thinking that eventually speaking, it would be great if I had like an Apple-like store where everyone could go in and everything is modular. All right, so we've been making this whole thing like modular, so you can pick your own modules. But it would be amazing if you can go into this store, you pick up a home, like a home central home system, like Eevee system, and then from there you can pick up how many cameras you want. So individual cameras, how many sensors you want for certain things. If you have like dyslexia or whatever the case may be, and you need like specific services, you can bundle all those things up into like a subscription model where you can pick all your different subscriptions. Like everyone's going to be like $1 or $2 for everyone that you want that are specifically to your needs, right? That way we're not running Eevee on a full tilt looking for dementia in a person that does not have dementia. You know what I mean? Or looking for someone who's has chronic strokes when they haven't experienced a stroke before. So we're not looking for specific things and illnesses all the time, but if you do know you have one, it would be really cool if you can get all these things, right? Bundle them up into your house to be like, oh, I have a 2-bedroom house, I only need 3 cameras, right? So you just get 3 cameras and then like how many microphones and blah, blah, blah. All the things are modular. And then you just pick your services based on the things you need. And then you go home and then that is it. You know, that is it. And then all of a sudden you're running Eevee in your home, automatic setups. You set up the cameras, you set up the home thing, and then you would only use the things that you need. That's my vision, my dream, my vision for the future. But yeah, I think it'd be really cool, and that way, like, it can be affordable for people. It can be accessible by people. Like I always say this to investors, and like they always laugh at me for this, because I literally had one. It was an investment group where they sent not an intern but the assistant to the assistant manager. I'm not sure who that's called, but they literally sent this person. And like the first thing they said out of their mouth, they're like, how much are you charging for this? And I told them free. This is a long time ago, by the way. I told them free, and they literally just closed their book and then they left. I was like, Wow. I guess I'm just gonna go to like a mall food court and have lunch now. Like shit. And I also had another investor in New York where they were like, oh, like we should charge like each person, get this, $3,000 per month per user for this system. I was like, bro, you know, like $3,000 a month? That's ridiculous. But he also had some good ideas. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say he didn't have good ideas, because he's talking about things like targeting like clients who are very wealthy and early supporters and have money for it first, and then over time branching it to people who can't afford, like to a more affordable package, right? And then there's all these like conflicting ideas of like, I don't really want to go that route, but I can also see like many projects starting that way and then evolving to something else where it's more affordable, etc., etc., etc. Point being, my goal is to get it so that everyone could have access to it and not break the bank, because I fundamentally don't believe that care for your loved ones should only be accessible by the hyper rich. I don't, because I think everyone in the world has someone that they love and they care about and they worry about. That's a universal fact of every human. You know, Keanu Reeves said this the best. He said he doesn't know what happens to you when you die, but the one thing that is true is that your loved ones will miss you. And I wholeheartedly believe that there is someone out there who cares about at least one other person. It says everyone in the world has that, right? So that's why I want to make it accessible and affordable and modular, so that if you wanted to go all out and have like, I don't know, like a 1,000 camera system, you could do that if you wanted to. But if you only needed one, you could do that too. And I think that's pretty cool. What is the OG Chaos Crew lifetime discount? Shrimp Nation for life. Don't worry, OG Crew. I don't forget people. I don't forget anyone. So I got the OG Crew. I got you guys a lifetime discount. Yeah, free 99 for all the shit that I put you guys through. Yeah. Do you think AV will be available like that in your lifetime? Yeah. I'd hope so, because what would be the point of me doing it if it wasn't available in my lifetime? You know? And yeah, definitely in my lifetime. It's the whole point. Because if I die, then what's gonna happen, right? At what point is it bigger than you, like for customers to troubleshoot? Would you get how would you handle large clientele? See, like I took inspiration from Rogers in Canada and Shaw Home Internet, where they have like this whole system where they have people helping each other, which is really cool. I think they discontinued it, but there was this thing where like everyone is a tech, and everyone, even like end users, were semi-techs, which is really cool. Because like if you can imagine this, like I used to live in a neighborhood where I would do all these things for people, right? But I remember one time I went on vacation and my neighbor literally just had like a small little hiccup with the camera not being mounted correctly, and it was just like pinching on the cable. And my other neighbor, who has no idea about how the EV system works, but they have the EV system in their home as well, literally went to the neighbor in need, and was like, oh, my camera at home doesn't have this little like pinch thing. Maybe that's the problem. And they just like fixed the camera and unpinched the cable. And that was it. That was literally it. That was literally it. So that was like, I was like, it's super cool when you have a system that everyone has access to, and you can almost help each other out. You know what I mean? I think that's super cool. That's one of the dreams I had. Is that gonna happen that way? Probably not. But it would be really cool to have that. I'll gladly take the discount. It's bitch from me. It's Annie Marie. Oh my god, Annie Marie, how you been? Oh my goodness. The last time I talked to you, we did an interview. Oh my goodness. I hope you've been doing well. Good to see you again. Oh my goodness. That's a ridiculous amount. Yeah, I know, right? I'd like to think too, in a weird way, by having Evie in your home, you become a part of her. I agree. It's almost like when you have like, Matt, it's like you have your own computer. You know when you build your own computer and like, you know, every little thing that goes into your computer, when things break, you can switch things out. Like you kind of like have like an in-depth knowledge of it, right? I think it's super cool. And like you are the technician at the end of the day. Mod team discount? Yeah, don't worry. Mod team gets a lifetime subscription, lifetime guarantee subscription. Free. I don't have microphones. All I heard was free 99. Yep. Annie Marie, let's see. You literally got me through school. Thank you so much for the interview. Really? Oh, I got you through school. Yes, pass. I'll take it. I'm so happy. I remember, yeah, you asked me to do an interview for school. You're right. Oh, yeah. I'm so happy. I can help you with that. That's so nice. Miss Hughes, I say make 2 packages. Accessible, one-time small payment, and elite package for 10K a month to get your name and credits and nothing else. You know what? Maybe, Miss Hughes. Maybe. Maybe. What's on your arm? Oh, you need this? Yeah, I was sorry. I burnt myself. You remember that? And then like I got itchy and I scratched it, and then like it started bleeding everywhere, and so I bled all over my shirt. And then so I had to I couldn't find a band-aid that was big enough, so I just taped it. I put some gauze in it though, so I did, you know, first aid it, but gauze and a bit of duct tape and good for stream. Yeah. As long as the hardware is simple enough, it shouldn't be bad. You know what? Technology is getting so good nowadays, and that's why I was like, it would be so cool to have like a storefront. And I know like brick and mortar is expensive and stuff, but again, this is why the dream exists. If people have issues at home, I want them to take it to a store where there are people there ready and willing to just help you fix things. You know, that's what I love that about the Apple Store. You walk in, people are like, hey, well, how can I help you? How can I help you? What do you need today? And then they have like people in the back ready to do tech work and to help you and answer questions. I want that same experience, because you got to remember that the people who are like dealing with these problems, sometimes they're going to be elderly, sometimes they're going to be in need, sometimes they're going to be confused, you know, like we're not all geniuses and we're not tech people, right? We're just normal people. So, yeah. But I think like if you have like something that's like straightforward and easy and make it life easy for people, I think most people can figure it out. Especially like if you have a neighbor who's like a little smarter, which I have. And every build requires blood sacrifice to work. Yeah, just a little drop. Every time you buy an EV system, it's just like a little drop of my blood is in there too. Neil Motes, let's see. From a government perspective, decentralizing the healthcare observation is super cool, given you add so much value for money and safety for all. I see and value what you do. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You know, I think it's about time that the world changed. I am I am sick and tired of people not caring about each other anymore. I'm tired of a world where people just don't give a damn about each other. And I think somehow we fell into this hole, and I'm not sure if I can ever fix it. But if you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. And that's why I'm here. If you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. And what an idiot! There's so sorry, I was just thinking about all the shit we've gone through. Like, just who in their right mind would think like that? If past me knew what current me was going to go through, all like the sleepless nights, all of the heartache, the trauma, the issues, past me would be a little. I would have what is medically called a quivering butthole. I would be scared out of my mind to even get started. Whew. Damn. Wow. Sorry, I just like having a moment. Okay. Have a good night, Mr. Ukes. I used to go to an elderly neighbor's house when I was a teen to teach her how to use her cell phone to call a kid. Yeah, see, that's what I like. I like people helping people. It's all about helping each other, you know? It's a hole that is rather recent. Only really started with our grandparents, right? We used to be a lot more communal, but we've moved away from it. I know. Help your, like, what happened to helping your neighbor? You know, that's what we need. I think most all the people in this community are good people who try to do what they can for others. Yeah, you know what? I agree. I 100% agree with that. I think good people attract good people. And I hope I've been a decent enough human being to attract the people I've had. And I think my real litmus test for how well I'm doing is the people who gravitate towards me. You know what I mean? And if they're shit eating grunt nosed people who are following me and doing all this stuff and trying to be bad people, I feel like that's more of an indicator that I'm doing something wrong rather than just individuals, you know? So I think the fact that I have such great people with me and helping me out, I think that at least gives me a little bit of insight to be like, okay, maybe you're doing something right, Kenny. maybe you're not all that crazy. You'd still do it all though? Absolutely. Barn Bunny, you know, I would. You know what it's like? It's like being told that, Kenny, that's a really bad idea, and then you are all forced to watch me do it anyway. It's exactly the same thing. You literally just I literally just keep doing it. Bad idea and all. Because a bad idea is only bad if you don't learn from it. Anyways, guys, I'm glad that this whole thing is working out. TikTok is good, Twitch is good, YouTube I will switch to a low latency mode. But guys, that is gonna be it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna get some Steam. Oh, okay. Add Buddy K, we'll play some Path of Exile. But guys, that is gonna be it for today's stream. thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for all the questions. I know today was a bit of a big update and talk day, but you know what? I've talked and talked and talked, and I'm ready to, you know, I'm ready to get back to work. All right, guys, that is gonna be it for today's stream. Have an amazing Monday. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. But okay, well, don't worry, we'll play. We'll get a time. We'll add you to the I'll add you to the guild. The guild. That's gonna be it, guys. Have an amazing stream. What a great stream. What a great time. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the love and support. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't, thank you so much for following me. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships. And thank you so much for being my community. Honestly, I would not be here without you guys, but I can't thank you guys enough. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's stream. I will see you nerds next time. Bye. Let's hope this works.